Thursday, August 20, 2026. I so welcome you to this edition of the program Morning Coffee. We dey meet you from Monday to Friday on SLBC 99.9 Afito into regional stations. The recent word today say, Pastor cab enter support. Now you don't know say na two type water in the world inside the program today as the political party regulatory commission don say the national executive of the APC party for continue for run the affairs of the party until the court decide otherwise. A senior member of the party, inside one letter, don ask the commission for wetin dem say for clarify on the legal basis for give exclusive authority to the APC parliamentary caucus for run the party and other issues they will raise on how in thinks this no go among the peace and one word of the party. So along with man na host for the International Youth Diplomacy Forum. All the story and more at the program, but as always, you will get you save away. You will send you message to the number 034 100 and 034 You can also tune into our Facebook page on SLBC 99.9 FM. We our Facebook page, they left a comment there and we go and just say we read them this morning. But we go inside Potluck and look at so far what members of parliament don't they do for push development on at the end day. And we go inside Lokomasama, outside member of parliament, when our honorable Usman Sankoyi last don't meet with stakeholders them for what he say he want put together idea for make one school we call the boys high school inside that place there. He say this is for return to the free quality education. And he say this school, if you begin work, you go take care of picking them from Lokomasama, Kamason, then Kafubulum, Chiefdom them. We come to when Abubakar Kanu be there, talk to Honorable Ishmael Sanko Ilawa, make you establish a school.
So now only one thing because since when I born as alone, all the successful presidents are as alone, all our West school attend. And I believe say by providing a West school for a community, one day I must get a leader or the commander will be a president as alone. If you look at St. Francis and as commander will be a president, do a both school. Julius Madabi don't be a president. Then you look about other school back where you say young Kabante don't be a president. So they all are boys school and common. So I believe say if you implement a boys school, automatically you must get somebody they want a leader. The boy picking nowadays, then they on this drugs business. But at least if you're going to a boys school, we go for teach them, be able to encourage them because education and encouragement, not for bit or this also. But if you encourage the boys them, I believe so then go de assure themselves from this push business and this analog business, this drug business as well. And I make myself account and I mean community, when I look consumer children, we'll get a boys school now. So what's a boys school now? A standard boys school in a way that everybody who go there in the city, they get the privilege for the land, they get the encouragement for the land, and we try very hard for them to get the courage so that they go for continue with their education.
So, honorable, this kind of school model of school when you talk about so because presentation after presentation, they talk about computer, they talk about e-learning, talk about science education.
Well, this school also a called science education because now if you see nowadays now is most of the technology we go on around the world now is now on computer-based skills. If you don't get that computer-based skills, say I problem. Now maybe we try to introduce agricultural science because now even the farming now, if you get a digital farming now is the farming they go before. If you get like office work now, I let now it's not the computer anymore. So we try to introduce science school. Now the science subject there, now the school, we try to introduce agricultural science back and the school back.
So looking at the proximity and same also the people of Lokomasama Children, our speaker after speaker, they endorse you and say they wholeheartedly welcome the school now this particular community. How the children look like, how the paramount chief, the section chief them get for encourage you as a proprietor of such a school?
Well, first of all, now that meant I do a stakeholders engagement meeting so that I need to consult them first, and they are happy about this development as well. And let me say this 1 hour do so I do an Komabeta na 077 where we say no today I represent, but due to that a protocol members of parliament, so I prefer Aduana any side is suitable. So for now, this position 077 what we say me then I look 074, but what I represent the political people and I make a campus and also. So now this is the beauty of PR system. The PR system where you get ways for help people like help everywhere outside independent, not only on constituency base. You know, me na a member of parliament for Polopo district. I represent Polopo district. So now make everywhere else I want to do new developments I go do and that make a kind of Kumrabai, it is part of Lungi. And with the part of Lungi, I make a say that I do an answer.
So looking at the acting principal say on the 19th of August 2026, now when I begin for admit. What about quality teachers and what about the accommodation? That is the building where una get for occupy.
Well, for now, we occupy the community center, we did at the community. Then we will school by January, one of the second term of the academic year. It go down already now because we are on the construction now. So we don't start the construction. I believe say by next year, the second term of the academic year, we will go now we own place now. But for now, for us start this academic year 2026, I make we use the community center for now.
No, what is the message of the people that inside of Masamachi so that the one them will pass NPSC could put na this school, the one them will promote for go from two JSS2 will come na the school. What is the message to the people that our Masamachi?
Well, the only message I give na Masamachi is here at the big everybody who is inside of Masama, no all day in one. No get peace na Masama because Masama na a big community. And like people, the people in Dinaya, so they're very peaceful. So now that make I go all out for make this school so na Kumrabai town. Kumrabai, although Kumrabai in terms of politics, it didn't Lunye or na Lokosma children. So they encourage everybody for they count in picking a school. But particularly the see the NPSC, the boys them, one day they can win school. If they can win school, and I believe they must get quality education as well. Because in terms of the teachers, then we get quality teachers. They will say. Most of the teachers who I don't get now, I get about 5 teachers there for now to start with, and they all get degree. Some of them get BSc, some of them they get BA. So I don't go able for I take a teacher away be say na 8 teacher no because this is a secondary school. Now they start with JSS1 and JSS2. And junior secondary school 1, junior secondary school 2. Now they start us. By next year we go into JSS3. So for now. They encourage all the schools them, all the parents them. They are many count the school, many count the picking and this boys' high school. Because this boys' high school also the first time in the history of this country also for like be number 2 in Poloko district for a boys' high school. And I believe say the boys' high school they go for achieve a lot. Will they get leaders them from boys' high school? Will they get some of leaders them from girls' high school? In the future, if this one become a progressive thing. I will try for now to get back a girls' high school because by separating the school from male school and female school, I believe you get better education there.
Before they let you go, it's a one word. We have plenty of people that endorse you. Say this is not about politics. Why?
Yeah, the reason why I said so in the meeting or during the meeting because of most of the people now they just embark themselves on politics. And I encourage everybody they put politics in it because the school won't declare for country for implement so that school day the school the time of establish so the school to politics school is you know because we get people that get a local mentality. If you're not SFPMP we make school you know they go to APC no not to that they come for and I don't make a training institute back so for do tailoring this that because of me. As member of parliament for SLPP, I put that school in APC people anybody. I didn't encourage them. Me and them dandy. If you say you go on that school, then go let them. We know you do things for saying for party business. We do have for win community. We do have for win people them. So Tia, we have put politics aside. Tia, the school day now, boys high school day, it is for everybody. Anybody who born out of Masamau, na Kafbulo, na Kamasono, Tia, can at the school. You know me say you can't school and see an episode. You know me say you can't school and see an episode. No, you can't school. For attend and they gain education in the future.
That's the Honorable Ishmael Sankoila, who you talk to me company Bakakano as you get this vision for set up which is the boys high school. Na but local we will serve local masama kama sundenka for belong chiefdoms then we go now from education we go in politics they look at already waiting some people will say they count lot of chamot grom woolen for many people especially belong to the APC party things they don't handle them well they go further divide the party If people remember, PPRC, we don't give an extension to the APC executive. Will make the one for some time. Later, PPRC being say when that 6 months is done, then we'll hand over the party affairs to the parliamentary caucus. In the process of that, later we'll see you then say somebody else can take the issue can go to court. So as of Tuesday, um, we see outside the PPRC issue a press release where they outlined at this moment the executive will continue to wait until the outcome of the court case day. So a lot of things done from whether PPRC pulled that press release it or now, a lot of things when they happen, a lot of concerns from senior members of the party, including those who didn't take the issue of the extension to PPRC. But for more on that, we get Eugene Momo, when a senior outreach officer of PPRC. Good morning, Eugene.
Good morning, Sama. Good morning, SLBC Morning Coffee, and good morning to Family watching this.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure for them.
Okay, we also get Honorable Raji Rollins Kama, we're an honorary executive member for the APC and the aspire for the National Deputy Chairperson. Good morning, welcome to the program, Honorable.
Thank you, Sharma, and good morning, listeners out there in Facebook viewers as well.
Okay, I come to you, Honorable. We'll start with you, Eugene. Give a background to this latest development we don't take in relation to this APC issue. And we all know it's gonna be a thing where we don't count some do even within the police about extension or anything. Give it a background for maybe for people that will not understand how to reach this decision.
Thank you very much. For respond to your question, I just want to use this opportunity for inform Fambore the watcher this that we now get 20 registered political parties in the country. A month or two ago, we issued out a registration of certificates to 3 new political parties. And we one at the Humble Africans Development Party, the Social Rescue Development, Social Rescue Political Party, and the Liberation People's Political Party. So the country now gets 20 registered political parties in the country. So to the question, as you recall and as indicated inside the press release we put out on Monday, we will extend the lifespan of the APC executive to 6 months because the executive term of the end in February, we, according to the All People's Congress Constitution, 2022 Constitution, the lifespan of the executive they go for 3 years. So in February, that lifespan will be end. And as a commission, we will invoke 39.5 for extend the lifespan of the executive because to 6 months, because the All People's Congress Constitution not properly address the issue of the case where the executive and term will come to an end, which could be the next step, not properly address them. So when Article 5 of the Constitution talk about supremacy, and supremacy in this sense, in a twofold that the APC Constitution, we want to do the membership, then also supremacy in the aspect of other statutory instruments and other law already above the APC Constitution. So the APC Constitution will be subject to the law and the we want by the law then in the Act number 6 of 1991, the Constitution of Sierra Leone, and the PPIC Act number 25 of 2022. So then 2 laws then they above the APC Constitution and subject to the laws then. So we invoke 39.5 for extend the APC the executive. So and this extension may come to an end the 18th of this month, will now be Tuesday. Yeah. The 18th of this month will now be Tuesday. It come to an end. So but again, there is an issue because a member, Mr. Suma Wina, the district chairman of Poloko of the People's Congress, and they take the PPIC and the APC in a court in relation to the second directive, because in fact, in the directive will extend the People's Congress executive. We give 2 directives. The first directive that we extend for 6 months, but in a case these 6 months elapse, the executive not take the party to NDC, then the leadership of the party in a parliament with 5 honorables who represent each region go man the affairs of the party until NDC. So as you all see, the party still in the lower level elections, and the 6 months elapsed will be Tuesday. So again, like I said earlier, a member of the party will take the commission and court in relation to the second directive. We talk say if the party not able 6 months for take the executive level for take party to the NDC. In 6 months, then the leadership and parliament will mind their affairs. So it take we na cut the party was and for him concern that he say let the party don't listen to that second directive we will give for make the leadership and parliament mind the affairs of the party. So now, as indicated at the press release, we talk say now the matter they court. And PPRC will take effective, will take decision on the second link of that directive, the way they talk about the leadership in the parliament. So in that case, the status quo still remains the same. The executive still mind the affairs of the party because the matter in a court, we know we put more today. And people will sabi law say when you put more for matter within a court, it's in a contempt of court. So we don't put more for that matter until the court will decide otherwise. Then the commission will put out the directive based on the decision we will come on a court. So now so be happen. So now the executive still continue until the matter come out in court. So now so we arrive at in the extension and also how we come about this court case and for maybe the executive still hold on to the power for ensuring the mind affairs of the party.
Where did this district chairman for APC party decide to take the party in Unana court? For say una be foresee this they come una be take and say like somebody will likely challenge this or at that moment every other person will think say that be the best decision that one for make sure say when the 6 months elapse the parliamentary caucus will take over.
Well, when we issue the directive in February, we will not be getting a contention from any member of the party because initially, before we give that directive, we get a complaint from Honorable Amami Kamara. We talk about say we separately is concerned with the issue of the executive tenure, and when we get the hearing, we get a discussion inside the hearing, and we ask her what he suggest. In say for me the party get an interim body, we go man the affairs of the party, and the APC constitution not talk about forming an interim body in a case where the executive tenure end. If I wait till the constitution say the only way we dissolve the executive now past NDC. And we as a regulatory body know we watch that kind. I mean, people with sabi book say quagmire it happen. So we therefore intervene and use the law because we as a commission we not believe we know the gap na money in this decision. We decision all reform from the law. So in the question, say if we expect that this kind of a shock, because we don't give them directives here in February. So we're close to the expiration of that 6 months. Then we get this motion from court. But again, now the actors, members of the party, if because the law tell you say if you feel aggrieved, okay, the decision of the PPRC, you can go court, for seek further redress. But again, like I say, this comes as a shock. But now the rights as members of the party, not just for the All People's Congress, but for all registered political parties in the country. If in an event, okay, the issue of PPRC take, then you can go court for get further redress.
Even the first step will not be extended, the 6 months. We all know say people like they will be within the party will not be we kick against that. For example, we don't interview Honorable and Mami Kamara and I asked to we challenge some of the issue. Now that as a result of this court, we want to say them people they are still there. This not go further count a lot of issues within the APC party.
Well, from like I say earlier, from when you get that directive, do not get any other individual with the object to take the matter to court until quite recently. Yes, you get one or two gumbo na corner, but it's normal, Sama, especially when it comes to we as a regulator, when you take a decision, especially where for do it matters the way sensitive inside political parties. Not for everybody go be okay with the decision. But again, what we do now for ensure say we use the law and for sure we unify, political parties. Again, in this year when we unify, small disagreements go inside. One or two people will disagree. But again, the spirit behind the decision now for ensure say we unify political parties and for prevent problem of those way they happen inside the political party. What the decision will take they inside the law, not to the decision will just gap one day and decide for take up.
It's like the spirit for unify the party, seem for the further divide the party.
Well, division it's disagreement is normal. A political party disagreement is bound to happen. But we see that disagreement they can't divide the party. Political parties they get a fight. But again, we as a regulatory body, we whatever decision they take or whatever tool they do, they inside the law not to they gap for take advantage from certain individuals. Now, team way good for the party. So in the case say the decision divide the party, I mean, and that's not true.
Eugene, if one party they say the extension no they in the best interest, another person they say even with getting the parliamentary caucus and all that, then that interim what them suggest, but una they say you know they na the the constitution. But if una thinks as a political party in the it could be in the best interest, it's not possible to get an interim for one day affair because it's not a secret that you have people who get a lot of issues with already this executive where they want. Another set of people, for example, one now we don't take on and talk of go say, no, the parliamentary caucus no better place or take care of a big political party like the APC. So again, what about an interim at this point? It's not possible.
Well, Salma, this matter they court now, so I'm not going to decide on. I'm not going to decide for the court. Which will be the decision of the court. So we still wait for the decision of the court. We will make we will inform the next decision we will take as a commission. But again, because like I said earlier, I don't get a lot of issues also. I mean, quite small concern of members from the party say the PPRC delay the People's Congress, the progress. You know, the People's Congress from longer the lower level elections from last year, August. But again, lots of issues then come inside. In the case of the former Vice President, Honorable Chief Sam Sumana, a matter we bring forward to PPRC, and all that matters then. Inside that it's that month we get lots of issues there, you know. And lots of PPRC will then complain and the party get lower level elections in February. So you expect, say, from if the party don't do the lower level from last year, August, they don't conclude with everything. But when they get the lower level elections in February, again, after that, as time to be corrected, the ICB, the body responsible for handling complaints inside the party, it's even over 150 petitions, not to PPRC petition, not to PPRC only complaint. Again, from the ICB, members will not be okay with the decision of the ICB, come back to PPRC. And we are still regulating body, no, we don't say, we get people concerns with them bring them. In fact, the All People's Congress are the only party where the commission on the 24 hours will not sleep for look at the matter. You know, and also like the first party we involve the regions, and we're never going to the region for petition. When you get concerned, you come at the issue. But for the All People's Congress, we go to the region because we don't say time na important variable in this. So it concerns them. But again, as a regulator, it's normal. And whatever the issue, even when you didn't have set with you begin them. So the issue you will take as parents, you begin and go okay. But you know, say the reason behind, like I said, the spirit behind the decision you have to for ensure say we as a regulating body able to unify political party, able to solve them problem in the chamont. Because section 12(2) D of the PPRC Act the talk say in a case where we notice any issue of blabber inside political party, we get the tendency for destroy them, we can come in. And before now, pass an invite you. You know, if you're not invited, you know, they go. But now, what we see and we notice, when they go inside the information, so we solve them problems. So, whatever thing they do as a commission in relation to not just the All People's Congress, but all other political parties at the continent, for sure, say we unify.
Okay, I come back to you, Eugene, shortly. Maybe Honorable Siraji. Honorable Siraji, you do a detail, write up in relation to this latest development. An honorary executive member, you don't know the APC party for the longest, and somebody will say you don't get, you don't see the good, the bad, and what's in the happen. You draw a reference, you even count, you write up the even count, that case we didn't get for do with, Peter and yes, yeah, and Peter Conte and the ITGC, a lot of a detail write up. Maybe for people who not see it, give me an idea as to what are you concerned with this latest development.
Thank you very much, Salma. I also first one for tell PPRC plenty thank you. We don't think so we engage them more than any political party lately. As Eugene said, lots of issues came up. And also they tell why we say this executive for change. Because had they been on the right track, they know they meet that group and waiting and call, then law election for London. And as Eugene said, they even go as far as up country for test. Also, no more free to get issues. Because they do the right thing, people will always have to rise up. This is not time for listening to dissenting voices. But we have an executive, they listen, and I make things and get for Kana PPRC. And the letter I write to the PPRC, now you get for do with them, commending them for such a thing, and also say the decision where they take for the extended time to the executive, not don't go too well with members them, but in good faith we accept am for say we no dey left a vacuum in leadership. But vacuum in that sense no go lead say because you don't take one decision, you therefore bring another one. And some of us I waited for the time for close, I think on the 7th of August for the expiry of the executive on the 18th. Now I write to the PPRC. And then Suma, who is a district chairman, imagine, a district chairman put local district winner at the heart of the APC, get the guts now for TD party. When the PPRC issue, then two side decision or order, they accept the first one because you go down well with them. When the time they know and say no, that other one for say parliamentary they take over, we know with them. Because me self opposed to that, but the opposition are partly I say it should not just be members of parliament only. I say because if we take, I thank God you talk about Peter Conte, and for Peter Conte in case went to the High Court, and the High Court in wisdom say, well, let's have an interim transition governance committee at TGC. And Alfred, since then at the company, and they ask him for bring 12 names and then take 9 from parliament to reform. But we know how than the end. If we tell you, say some of us are opposed to parliament, now because we know the nature of even them parliament, just like how we don't say, Yansane, who is the chairman, don't come openly they support one flag bearer aspirant. You cannot entrust, especially territory, they determine the one you get for go vote at district level, at regional level, to end this year, even the flag bearer. We no go entrust to party to the in the hands of that kind of person.
Like openly, it can declare for a certain as person with aspire.
Definitely. It
Which
is an open
media
secret.
honorable use?
No, but man, we don't we go na APC meeting them what have you. It is clear.
No,
You
I
know?
don't endorse so.
Now by Mahmoud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to this letter.
Yeah.
Continue.
So on this letter, my concern is that just like the way to get Botiasane, that's what get with some of the MPR. So if you can't left everything at their hands, you know, it tantamount over to the same thing of suspicion or that thing. And definitely when I see waiting they go on social media, sometimes some of they go the extra mile for investigate. But you know the aspect waiting people don't get about parliament, you know, and then kind of thing. You know, I see some members of parliament get even audio about sell out, no sell out, $100,000, this and so you know that kind of thing. They you know will see a cloud of that nature, then you go and trust the party leadership into them. And I will tell you this: you will have a core APC group where most of people and they talk issues. When I critique them, I'll say because then they look at the problem, then find also profile solution. And some of the thoughts now, one they said you want to control the transition, it could also potentially influence membership verification. And you know, she will still get issues, membership issue, and waiting and call, and up to the time of shaping the composition of the National Delegate Convention that who goes to the convention, we go decide whether they vote for the flag bearer. The ultimate here, now the flag bearer, not the leader. And what we say, I will go back to waiting the border region say. This same executive we have in the constitution say the leader of the party, the flag bearer who becomes the leader of the party, they quit the position 6 months, whether matter in a court or not. Yes. When it comes to the national executive, they say you get 3-year tenure. When 3 years done, you expect say them for left. But I'll tell you, them drag foots get issue them begin call Samsung an issue. Believe me, then unnecessarily they can go give Samsung PPRC for Samsung. Because look at how PPRC able come, you know, for able give, even they take them hours or days, weeks for come up. But if you say will not get sense, now APC for say this and so the right thing for do, but people just don't want to do the right thing. All they want for do criminal, and I make we get some opposition to their continuity because the more they day, you already see say conflict in at the party. People also do work at traits, you know, and this is the point we are bringing up. So now, coming back to PPRC, they in good spirits, then decide for give this 6 month extension. Now, then can we go to court? Then go to court. But what do they say? PPRC, it was a political party registration commission first. Now, the 2022, they make them regulatory, give them more powers, and they say equal to the High Court. And high courts over time, 2005 and 2022, like we say for Alfred Peter Ponte, and we said 2005, we didn't take a Yamba student for the court get order. So courts don't show precedent in the past time for say, yes, and can form an interim body for take care of the affairs of the party. So if PPRC gets the status of a high court, I would expect them to have decided on that basis, looking at two precedents we've been on there before. And moving forward also, I dey surprise. So if PPRC not get the status of a high court, why dem go and give such directives only to be stopped or halted by another high court? So because that gave us confidence to go to the PPRC, and I tell people as long as PPRC continue to be how e dey so, I no dey go na court because I think say we get things that we dey talk and we dey reach a point. They are like parents, definitely. And say someday parents dem can take with two brothers and fight, dem go decide for side one person inadvertently, but that no mean say dem no like the other person. So as I say, I commend them for bringing peace to some issues, especially some one in matter. But also in this case, so you not get for be a win, we not get for be happy all the time. I'm nodding at the side of Samsumana, but I think say I'm happy that it's been brought back to the party, without any further restriction. So now with expect say that decision they take so. Of course, let me so commend them for the lower level election, the conflict they set. And believe me, it took them time and wisdom for do so. But definitely this one for the transition, we will oppose. But we also say no, if you perhaps don't do most of them here, so that will give them the benefits of this. But I make you talk say for the moving on with the members of parliament, let there be mix. We will not advance to having members of parliament in the equation, but it should not be solely them before Suma take you to court. And I don't want to talk about Suma. Definitely, I make I tell you back say sincerity, honesty, a lacking of the leadership of the party. Trust not the Suma by himself. I know they demean am, but now the two are the talk. Suma not sabi take matter go court. So I know say
Honorable Suman,
you know say so, but I'm just saying okay.
You
Well,
think select na somebody else?
no, not to somebody na answer. Yes.
Okay, the
Na
chairman.
answer na send na court. And it is clear that when they went to court, he was on the side, he said that, and this is pathetic because we they think say a party for think about working for the good of the country. Sometimes this old they now the question say somebody vex, the post will vex by no siam, so the vex by the post will neighbor. Now people say the total. People see what they did definitely sounded good. So now if the TV don't come out tonight and they say we don't want to see petty price to say it bad because imagine now we then give the privilege forget an extension of 6 months, adverse to it because it worked well for you. Now that they say after this 6 months, at least they go say no, we bounce. Imagine I post it and elect party, and the thing is that as I spell out now, we concerned that the transition they take with to convention, it gets a big role this now a flag bearer convention, and everything they see in social media, all man gets polarized, and I make I say the work of people has even become more tense than before, looking at all of this. But Lord we know say preventing a vacuum, not the same as acquiring unlimited authority to fill it. And at that I think say when people the court don't put a stall, I expected people for say they say what you do not be right to instead of say where the status quo remain. I would have loved to say that decision will say let the parliament continue, not enable any further, and maybe because they don't go to court, maybe waiting we don't do self not tenable. So we left the matter to court. But for say the status quo continue, that means say they still give the 6 month extension for continue. Where people are now they go and talk say PPRC don't give the team 1 year, other 6 months.
Okay,
This is it, yeah.
Honorable, how una as a party they come together in an event where una forget this transition for choose people we actually for the part of that transition.
Off me aid, I can even call 2 people and we went from who lost election, then people have been not involved in bringing peace and the party because we know say APC lost election out of our own slackness. Now let them give ball, now last minute, for kick penalty, keeper no dey na go, them not give keeper red card, the post will come na goal, na player we no sabi men. So more or less you have a golden opportunity. But we miss that, and all man begin to say, what's happening? Well, they go and pick somewhere, this and that, all man begin to raise issues. So we see that leads to the formation of NIM. So one foresee reforms. Let selection be expunged. Let people begin to elect their own people. And that's what you see happening. So until they wait till people and say, hey, confusion in APC. No, we are not used to voting at this level. You can just say, hey, the party don't pick this and chairman, this and vice chairman, then sing the victory song. No, but no sooner the NRM bring this change of we will get this 2022 constitution through the help, I must say this, through the help and approval of former president of Ernest Bai Koroma. I'll tell you, if Ernest Koroma not be one that it was so powerful, still powerful, believe me for kick that thing out. But in fact, he go chair that convention, they make sure say most of the thing, people raise their hand and approve. So if we should get what we have today, even though not perfect, we want for tell God thank you for that. So now if they say even fly there, they go as low as world level for go campaign, they put Bora. But these are the same people who talk say, hey, na NRM, what NRM do? We do the work, we know the benefits. We now work for now they still castigate we. Now they get fat Bora, now they really jagaban, they go and everything. If not for this waiting and not for me. So because
there are people on we go mention people we think can say go be fitting for the part of that kind.
Yes, I'm coming to that.
Yes.
I'll tell you one of them from that time people like they said the peace committee for move around, even if they can't talk to we for long move the matter off the court. One of them now Mamadou Kabo, former finance minister, Ambassador so Ibrahim Sori, when I've been on the leader of government, business and parliament and ambassador in Brussels. I will not call another person because don't be a flag bearer now. May not talk so I can't campaign for that at the left. But that mommy don't die, that mommy been get Joseph Mami Kadi, he don't die now. A lot of other people were coming, even at the Kaliamara. We had them people there, they don't have a party for the past 40, 50 years. They know one position, and to a large extent, they're not afraid for talk to, they are neutral to a large extent. So I think say you know the catch yourself for say then people can do a good job. That is the point I'm saying. But if you're looking at the galaxy, the composition of a parliament, everybody's polarized. And you can't be somebody for written call. As I tell you, the selection of people for going to convention, not to then they conduct the election, IEMC. And this is where the problem can lie. We don't set up this body, Independent Election Management Committee. Then if you're not satisfied, go to the complaint board like Eugene Bini quote. But then charge the responsibility for conduct party inside the APC. Get nothing for do with the executive. The executive get issue for do with Sam Sumana. That not for derail the work there. So where is the independence? If they have to wait for the executive for group, I see Lansana Dunga get release. Say people want for be district chairman and yes, everybody oppose them. You business day in limbo. Una dey na court. If they go issue release, it's always say now the same I don't care attitude they have for just treat the party say waiting up people they do it to want for do. Not to last time right for NSG for do that thing. We had independent election management committee. Leave them to conduct the election. They have been charged with that responsibility. When I did suspicion, all we talk say why they want for be in charge of them here.
But I watched the press release. It call for like you and be like district, you are all position district, like for just like application. You want for me do that as National Secretary General?
Okay, very good. National Secretary General, chairman, and the executive of the party. Let's listen now. The executive arm of government, president, bureau, and minister there. Where ECS said they conduct election. Now, which minister would they give notice? Is it the Secretary General of the SLPP? No. It's the ECSL they conduct the election saying a social condition with them. So if at all people want to go to best practices, Lansana should not issue that in it because not to a mandate. Now we don't elect a body, we get this like a period up to the time the first day of next convention, then they elect them back if or they contest other people can. And then don't give that mandate. So not to Lansana for go give that release it. But that the no more now say then they tell you, well, until now the fee will not get tenor, then no extend I make I get mandate for write this letter. It comes as an insult to the membership because there's an issue. By right, if matter in a court of that nature, I will expect say the executive will stay put and say, let's wait for the decision. The APPS say the matter in a court, so they don't go advise further. Now so institution for function. If you know say you dey na court, stay wait say law wait till court come. But if they can begin get release, tell us say well down to the court I no care. But also whilst we dey talk this, we also dey talk to the court. And the court for realize say PPRC na they come to being by an act of parliament. And they don't modify, they don't amend, they don't give more power way equal to high court. If the court judiciary get the tendency for the overturn certain decisions where the institution they form and not feel say good, and like let's say ECSL conducted election 2018, we were duly elected, went to parliament. Then the court came later and said, because petition say, how we not for a parliament. Even allow say for reason, then pull we will not come on a parliament and not put we replacement na parliament. You see, the court said don't they go back to a large extent, and so they need for redeem their image. They can't say no good. If people actually don't give a ruling, I would expect say the court in good interest say, well, this matter so PPRC is equal to us. So let we now go back to PPRC, let we sort this out. Like we write that letter there on the 7th of August, like I wrote that letter, and also for the PPRC and say, okay, I know I've asked on addition, but if now after contact in president to take, please let's have people like I don't name so, may they add to the members of parliament for carry on with the party. That was my position. I think I recommended that, So it's not about hatred or despise of MPs or challenging the PPRC, but I think saying for the harmony, the more we get things better, the better for the party.
In the event that this executive decide where the PPRC don't say that they could continue and issue the court, and then continue for man the affairs of the party until again, because you don't even question the credibility. Also, you don't claim allegations. Also, a whole chairman they declare for a particular presidential flag bearer, then it's a serious issue. Also, for example, the question of membership still a challenge. And like you say, not to a secret, this constitutional amendment don't further expose some of our members of parliament about issues of sellout. So how I can get out of this?
We will get out of this, as I say. The only thing we are they ask, let the court not delay for giving ruling into the matter. If they say PPRC not get mandate for do this, let's know. If they say PPRC get mandate, then they talk to PPRC say let's have the next step be modified. That's what they propose. But if this 6 months done, we then give them. I will not think the PPRC and the court will forgive them for the extension, but waiting the extension will be said and will delay for the ruling. And it's not good for PPRC as well, and not good for the party, because PPRC now will talk say, well, if we can't take other decision and somebody go back in a high court, it a dampen the spirit self, for move on. So now make the appeal say, I plead with the court say, let we give ruling as soon as possible. Because on the side of APC, when you carry them some then lift there, now that's when they are more for say ready for take power back, And no sooner we pick the flag bearer, all of this they settle.
Because in the say that aspect of interim where the likes of
they're not conscious.
Yes, and then so at this point the interim would maybe somebody would listen or not supposed to really listen. But it's okay. Sometimes right, so we'll get a set of people who think they're not going to mix by anything in it. But again, they're in black and white. Because what's in the PPRs and they say the parliament, and even that parliament, letter we write to them say, think say then safe. Able to run their
all together.
Yes, all together amidst already this scandal we already then save the fight for pulling them as a result of taking bribes and all that thing.
Yeah, so there is no provision in that in the constitution. Just like the constitution not get provision for extended time. But as Eugene quotes, there is a provision for that in the PPRC. But there is also a provision for that in the High Court. Now, I mean, they do in 2005, they do in 2022. So they look at precedent, waiting powerful. Say this will not happen, so law follow that.
Well, as a party, they sometimes settle on internal issues. Rather, sometimes when they're gonna put PPRC, we sometimes easy. At least one go say, as a party, but sometimes for the Sidom as family, for address some other issues.
Well, I started with that say sincerity and trust is lacking at the party. Well, like when me trust the PPRC, anything they come up with, I will just say, why will not go modify us in this case? But what's happening at the party, where yeah, Salma get issue, then come meet me. If I give favor to Salma, I say, ah no, you don't favor Salma. Then on the side of people. Sometimes say, well, I'll go further, I go prepare see. But another turn can be say, people are going to look and say, but this not black and white, you know. So why then for go give Salma right? Now you forget the right. So the people also get aggrieved because those the one the way they head then unity are so knocking with them. But I'll tell you the complaints board chairman is also a respectable lawyer, seasoned lawyer. Don't be law society, not a law society, but association president. And a sober man. So to a large extent, you don't quell some a lot of things, but there was some time for don't get 1,000 cases waiting for them. You don't do for that. So the internal structure they work. But Sunday I go looking, I say no. This way you do so in August, I already look for another high level for redress. That's why we have and it's people actually for consider that like a pat on the back for let people and believe you the campo case them for them just believe say oh yeah na anything we make na group or say I dey carry go PPRC we dey joke with that because dem just feel say when people are go na PPRC then they get their case answered na that kind of thing but the internal management election management committee e get na im get right so imagine now the secretary general dey come into the work for even for say if I wan for be chairman not wey dey conduct election not wey dey pull out a list so na there the thing dem begin dey come and people dem begin dey distrust why do you have to usurp the man's responsibility left them for make dem come up with their notice but you don go ahead and pull am so anytime
With the other lower level elections, then that they be the poll notice, because even with the order from the ward to the, I can see so also the secretariat can get a role for play.
well secretariat the IMC the liaise with them in terms of financial and logistics support but now make you see why they say I dem put the I independent they should be independent because no matter wetin the executive wey dey exist with dem get vested interest last time I want to go back second term as secretary general and say I want for be chairman because he have been vice chairman till wey me carry that he can act he want for say let himself be chairman other people CS Kama organize executive want for go back so imagine if people want for go back why do you think say the national
They can
constitution talk
influence
so
the process
yeah
in
that
their
is so
favor.
why do you think say even the national constitution dey talk say people wey dey work for government wey dem dey pay from consolidated fund for don resign 1 year before election now dem no modify am to 6 months na because make dem no use their office for who support and gain power so if you dey na the executive now we dey go to election no definitely you no go sit down you wan dey make the rules back then you no win so na that thing we want for avoid we want to contest with them let people wey no get interest for contest come and you know why I'm saying this I'm going for the national deputy chairman position so I no get for wait elections are not won on the day you get for look far and see say that cloud wey dey under this rain dey catch this one so that's what you smell and say no we cannot allow this set of people to take us to convention because there will be a lot of that battle.
Okay, they come back to ESUG. I want to view on some of the issues they really raise. PPRC gets the same as waiting in the High Court, but when I don't take previous decisions, it is reference to that. And now we can't to this one. I still know when the wait already waiting the court this. What are the constraints in this particular issue aside of other issues where we don't take a decision on?
Well, the reference when you make not to PPRC at the court make reference to and yes, I respect your opinion and where you say and again that's get for do with the internal dynamics of the party. That's not get for anything with the PPRC. As PPRC all to the donor that not everything where they inside the law and follow the mandate strictly. So you made mention of issues inside the party. I know we respond to that one day. And PPRC donor independent institutions, but again the actions and subject and can be tested in the competent court of jurisdiction of the law of the court. And just like one of the members don't do or take the PPRC the donor court. And this is not a novelty at PPRC. In 2023, we see the UP also been take the PPRC to court, when not been take partner election. And again, as I talk so another matter they said, another litigation set day from APC party, we get for do with the issue we been take now Tonkolili in relation to the mod election. So again, now the writers, members of the party, if you feel aggrieved with decision where PPRC they take, okay with them, you can go court and seek for that evidence. Again, this is a democracy, and we as a commission can be happy when members of party they kind of critique or test with decision them when we take, And you mentioned about say interim body. You ask any member at the APC party, everybody themselves will give themselves possible maybe interim member. So we as a regulator, if you see the listen to everybody, for example, you call 10 or you call all the flag bearer and the people where they show interest of the flag bearer and the party, you call them all, they all will give their own people where they want to make it be interim and people and for the affairs of the party. So we as regulated body, we say we listen to all their voice, it will be a problem. Because
but again, and Eugene, I will stop you.
Yes.
You dey try for like say already nobody not there within
No,
the
I'm not
APC
saying no.
where
No, I'm not saying
because in claim say
Aye.
even when they na then at party level, then get
Yes.
people there we know they take side, then go able to
Well-
you through na front of your face and all that. And now what's
Well, Sam, I know-
more worrying now?
Okay.
Already the chairman allegation they against them. The executive you don't say how you don't make allegations of how they even meddle into the process. The parliament way UNA and the second aspect of UNA directives already you don't also talk about they're also under scrutiny from the supporters as a result of waiting to happen of the parliament. So again, all the suggestions, if you they come up from UNA all that time, no they go down with other aspects. So now make see me ask you the question as to peace appear like say it further divide this party.
Well, again, I would disagree to that one. They say PPRC they divide the young people's Congress. In fact, they made mention say even in group level, when somebody massing company start to go PPRC, if members of the party they see the PPRC they divide the party, they're not going to make them kind of comment and they say to go PPRC. If they divide the PC party, they're not going to come and say the Camlo go PPRC, the PPRC will solve the matter. I would disagree to that one day. Again, like I said, they say you call any other member of the party, you can't put an eye, instead of give you suggestions, say, and then people are so command the affairs of the party. So, the decision will take now in the interest of the party and in the interest of members, then because
No, they regulate. In the instant that the executive they run a political party, but this executive don't come under so much scrutiny in the interest of fairness. What one can do in that instance? Like what's in the happen under the APC?
Now that in the interest of fairness, now me could take that decision will take in February.
Okay,
Because the interest of fairness, for extend because now it tell you say the condition tell you say the only way you will dissolve that executive will pass to NDC. And the executive will tell you say, okay, we will wait still when NDC then we come out. But we're not gonna watch, we see that kind of problem they happen inside of that bush. So what we do, we come and say, okay, fine. Since the All People's Congress will properly address them concerns them, but in case we the term expire, maybe come in and invoke section 39.5. Again, we say after this, if I not say that they continue, we say 6 months. Because now so then at the act 39.5 say not more than 6 months. We say if you are not meet up for take the party to NDC, then the leadership will man the affairs of the party. Sometimes is that no fairness? I mean, let's say the split behind the decision, they are not for also parties are unified. But again, you not go get 100%. People will agree. In fact, when we take decision for Chief Samuel Samsung, you are from the honorable, they say being glad I'll be fine decision. But again, not all the time, I win institution, just like way the honorable say. Sometimes you get for put the party interest first and put your own personal bias. I'm not being a spokesperson for the All People's Congress, but I did talk on based on the decision they take, the reason behind or the rationale behind some of them decision they take. So we not for just not just apply to the All People's Congress, like as I say, as I talk now, the other matters are also before we with other political parties then. And most time you do a survey, do a research, you talk with all political party members, them or the leadership of the party, and they will tell you PPRC do a fantastic job. Because if not to the PPRC, if not to even the PPRC, the All People's Congress not for even take part in the 2023 elections. Because prior to that election, they will receive lots and lots of issues then, as at that time the IGTC said, a host of other issues. But again, PPRC get for step in and ensure we stop them problem with the honorable will confirm that.
Not more than 6 months. Like at least the provisions say.
Yes.
Now the first 6 months they expire.
Mm-hmm.
So from one own side, we not get that power for let this current executive continue based on that provision?
Well, because the rumor will even make from when we put out the press release on social media, people will say PPRC don't further extend the lifespan of the APC executive.
We go against that provision.
Well, not so in release, we not extend the lifespan or continue to extend. What you say, make them clear that say this matter in a court, and right now we constrain or we stand for take any further decision, for in relation to the second limb or that directive the way they talk about for maybe leadership in a parliament take charge. So now you watch at this case, you get two sides to this decision. One side they say make the executive, as mentioned from Mr. Suma, waiting Queen Akoti, make the party not listen to the decision PPRC they take, for make the party leadership continue. Why some other they tell you say we want the leadership in parliament, so we don't want to move from interim body, just like the case from waiting the honorable still. So it's normal. Then various opinions they are, so it's normal in politics. And it's one also in the work we do as a commission. But we get a steady head and we'll not be moved with, some of them. But at the end of the day, they will come back together, and say, so that's a relative body, whatever tool they do, and for sure say, bring any grief inside political party. If I'm more to do now, for sure say we unify them. And every activity or engagement will be on as a regulative body now, for sure say, I forget towards the unity inside political party. I make if I recently we engage in this this interparty dialogue, interparty resolution guide where they look at most the way they happen inside political party. Because we look at we do a research back. If you not see all the other political parties them born out from the APC and the SLPP, all land the result because of most of Alala with the happen inside. And in fact, if you watch the cross carpet we don't happen between both parties, the APC and the SLPP, now some chamots really happen. So we, as a body, we charge that responsibility for man the affairs of the political party. We're going to ensure stay be careful, bridge them gap the way they happen, just like what they do now. If you are not in, honorable not even go na court, even though you're not being kind of not happy with other members also of the party, not being kind of happy with the issue will be taken in February. They're not going to court because in their own quiet moment, then no say the issue of PPRC take will be the right decision, and all that they get towards unifying the party until, because like I say earlier, we kind of shocked when we see this motion from court from Mr. Suma, when are close to the expiration of the 6 months, we will give the party take the commission and court and the party say the party not listening, because in the motion we filed, the commissioner, the first respondent, the chairman and the commissioners and the second respondent, and the party, and I third respondent to that motion, they say make them not listen to the directives and who will they give to the party. Again, in as much as we shock, like I say, now the right as member of the party for Bona Kota forget for losing for that idea. So I understand from the angle and only will come out and get forgetting self-your interest at heart, get for protecting self-your interest, but the the people actually they do not they protect not to protect the interests of individuals inside political party, but for look at waiting good for the party. And again, this party already talk about, let's consider the ordinary member na them party. Now they get the party. Now they get the party, now they derive in force and the political party. Yeah. So most of the time that some decisions that we take or some issues that may on some disagreement with happen inside political party. Sometimes the leadership, this is not the just go for the other people's congress, but some other political party. The issue when they take always more the ensure stay when they take cognizance of the ordinary member na them party then because at the end of the day na them therefore go. And I mean and vote for now. So we as a body, we always ensure stay for bridging gap in the inside political party.
Alright, you can continue for stay with me inside the program. They take a break. When we come, we'll continue with the program.
Salon they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together we go reach zero. We all for take action. So no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take maclet. The race to zero day on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action. Go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action. Support mama, care you picking for market. If you na chief, take action. Encourage belle woman then for go hospital for the well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and picking them. So join me today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
With the look for best betting experience, register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say, then will give you 200% bonus for your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side it, we then go ask you to put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them, like casino game, card game, and they all get super winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Collapse, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today, forget your winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office then Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you never reach there, call them a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. 1xBet, I'll win you this week.
Mina Almami Sanitation, I dey call on every Sierra Leonean. Let we continue for the listen to Morning Coffee, because Morning Coffee, it dey educate we, entertain we, they make we dey start with day. You get for listen to your radio. Your radio they give all the information, let you know they tell you they say, especially Morning Coffee. It dey make I dey feel fine as I don't wash the morning. I get me information, nobody no go tell me again. From Morning Coffee, I dey get what it take for last start me day.
Young people must get Yata Jusu Jakagube. We na member for Youth Stand for Human Rights Sierra Leone. We get International Youth Diplomacy Conference where they come up with what is mean for the country and specifically for young people. We get Madam Gobe between us. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee.
Good morning, sir.
All right. First of all, give me background. You know, young person we they push and also don't they make effort for develop the life of other young people. And go background to this particular conference. Why wanna decide for come up with that?
The International Youth Diplomacy Conference, a conference where we don't be host for like over 10 years now. So this year we decided to celebrate an salon because now we 10th year anniversary.
Okay.
But we don't the host in Ghana for all the years. And now a conference where they deal with leadership and diplomacy. And the host organization where they deal with and I stand for human rights. But the organization of itself, where they organize this for the past years, now IFED Global. An organization we based in Ghana. Okay. So we decide for make an ISO for make sure say young people and get access to leadership, diplomacy, and also network with other international delegates. Because this conference not only for Salon people, we do them also for international people from Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Senegal, and a global, it all over for like 54 countries all over the world.
Before now, how it be don't they look like for able to manage the young people here all? Imagine from 54 countries. How this diplomacy conference don't they look like? One be on the organizer and Ghana before now it comes Salon.
Well, as I tell you, not to Salon, we did one. Ghana, we did one.
Okay.
So, for manage them people here, so it takes a lot.
So we decide for we always don't do one like people and they register online and then pay for the conference. So by paying for it, we get fund for organize this particular conference. And this conference not only a conference where you for just go sit down, go with guest speakers and go talk and all. We dey do like a United Nations model for make people from different countries represent other countries all over the world.
I mean, they simulate.
Yes, like a United Nations Innovation or something like that. So then they represent their country, they also do a position paper and then we do a resolution, vote and hand over to the United Nations.
How is the help for capacitate young people, especially with for Kuboku problems there across the world? And at this time, you go Europe, you go America, you come Africa, the challenges are many. How is the help for strengthening young people and for take leadership now and in the future?
Well, by doing this, and I believe say a lot of people we don't attend this conference. I know say there are bigger people in society today. And we get a lot of people from this conference who are alumni there. I know would name them all, but I think some of them they hear me we at the talk here. So a lot of people of bigger personalities don't join, don't attend, and I believe say from this conference they don't become somebody in society and also don't build up them speeches, then everything about their life. So
Diplomacy now one thing where it gets a lot of what should I say formalities, the processes, understanding, even how you interact with other people. Some people again, we especially young people know they come closer or come to term with ideas when it comes to diplomacy. So from the people that we don't name or even una as young people, what are some of the gaps then we una don dey pick up where una believe say yes through this particular conference these were the gaps and we believe say some of them gaps and they don dey fill am over the years.
Well, we not really get too much gaps in this because in all we past conferences we don't really get positive results.
Now on the side of the young people where they go now, where for example for the first time they get this experience now where they not be don't get before. So it's gonna be on the experience, some person the lack of public speaking, all of them challenges.
Well, yes, we don't dey get 10 challenges then day, but still people and don't they improve.
Okay.
And through that we dey come back again as alumni. We can do like a program where we go for give back and make sure so then people also then speeches and then public speaking improve very well.
I want to talk around for many years, young people in the country say leadership. For young people, which one they refer to as leadership? Because again, every conference they talk about leadership. It don't become like what they can say fuel cassette now. For one young people, what's in leadership?
Well, leadership now something we as a young person, the moment you get on, your life is surrounded in that particular area. So I believe say a lot of people then when they take up these leadership roles, they've been doing well. And we've been trying and we don't uphold these leadership qualities very well so much.
Because why I ask that question, there's somebody who say even with leadership test so they can give young people challenges then they.
Yeah.
So far una what they bring them people together for talk about leadership, what's the non they bring forward in terms of issues around it? Because even with big people, leadership is not easy when you lead people there. If when I say young person, you have the experience. So when I can get at them, what are them thing they want to can because I know say mentorship book can sign on the issues and so you confidently decide to help young people in leadership.
So it will help you in boosting a lot of areas in terms of your networking with people because being a leader it comes a long way. By let me say you can be a leader, but if you not network, you not stretch, you're not going to do a lot of things. So I believe say then people also always can come up with something there about meeting people, so then they get a lot of challenges and so on and so forth. People and they bash at them and blah 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 and so on. So on this conference here, we don't improve a lot of things in terms of networking that we dey come up with people and we even big pass we for let me able to meet them, then teach we and we learn from them.
How now as Sierra Leoneans we don't they participate inside this conference? Don't they fly the green, white, and blue flag? Especially when I visit different nations, different people. How una don't they put your flag up in any conferences there?
A very good question. So with all the countries then now West Africa, this organization decides they go host an assembly. Not to magic, not to anything. But Salon don't be one of the best countries then in terms of this conference. And by doing so, we always don't go with larger delegates representing Sierra Leone with culture, with traditions, and all. So when it comes to hosting this conference, they not only say, okay, Sierra Leone, for make them do one, then just cancel an salon. We get a voting poll where all over Africa and the globe, people in camp on board and then decide, say, okay, let's vote. So Salon get the largest number where we vote, and then the conference organizers then say, okay, this year we go host Salon. So now that way then we don't dey take Salon at the map.
That
We
shows
not only we not only sit on a corner, but we portray with culture, we portray with traditions, and also we network very well because then say Sierra Leoneans them we are the most brilliant people in the world. So when we go, we really show we brilliancy and to the world, to the people, and show say yes, we are not only Sierra Leoneans, but we are more than Sierra Leoneans. So now
so much
we-
repetition based on what you don't experience
Of
Sierra Leone
course.
don't they gathered over the years. Much expectation. They now this conference they come home.
Of course.
So yet how prepared una be when are the host now for this conference where they come? At least that belief, that trust way other countries we don't vote in say this law do am now na salon. How prepared una be for ensure say that standards una able for maintain am?
Well, I'm not going to say 100%, but we are closer to 100% because we not only decide, say, as Youth Stand for Human Rights, we come and say, okay, let's host this program, let's host this conference. We make sure, say, we reach out to the Ministry of Youth. The Ministry of Youth accept, we open the doors to it, and also we sign an MOU with them and partner with them and make sure, say, we get their full support for supporting this conference.
So when
that's
when
how-
this conference get for
27th to the 30th of this month, August.
also actually get for take place.
Well, because it's an international and we decide say we want to include and tourism be part of the theme, we decide for Senamia, Fabi College, na the Tunde Cole building. So that is all part of tourism that we go with the delegates then for mostly the anthem winner Fabi College, the first university in West Africa.
So we expect them other countries for coming for can witness. as well.
Yes, sure.
Alright. So going forward, young people many the way they listen to you and some go one key part of this program. You don't talk about application. Again, you don't talk about how for being part of the program. But one thing again way many young people look forward to, their motivation there. Some not able to take part this year. How important you go? Which important message you go give young people and for even if you're not able to take part in this year or they will take part in this year conference going forward, how they go for make use of the opportunity there?
Well, we can always talk, say, try and try and try. You go one day succeed. So if you as a young person, you don't meet up for attend, just make sure say you follow we, now we pages there. And even if you're not able to attend in person, you can able to attend online. Just watch me. Maybe next year you'll be able to afford to join and be part.
Alright. Yes, I'll continue for those who inside the program. As the talk about International Youth Diplomacy Conference, we get for Napawe College to the cool building as in say, we get for do with empowerment for young people, especially when it come for do with diplomacy business.
All right, so they continue the discussions on the PPLC's latest press release. The letter will Honorable Sirajulis Kamara do. One posting where they continue for reference this morning in relation to this, and one post will also be carried the particular PPLC in relation to which is the this extension. So what you make of this latest? We get Honorable Mamikma online. Whilst we still try to get the party executive, we don't call the Secretary General. We still try to get an phone, including the PR team. We will get Honorable Almami. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, my sister. Good morning, listeners.
All right. So what do you make of this latest thing? I guess you don't see maybe Siraji always come out later. We write and all this back and forth in the issue, and now the people you don't see also the PPRC release. We decide for doing this. We decide for call you specific people. Don't get you on all this issue. What do you make of this latest development?
Again, good morning, my sister. The thing is, the first thing I go want for make clear here is whether the PPRC release, the recent release, it gets for do with the case where Suma, when I'm the chairman of APC, in Payasane, they take a court. Because my understanding is other people they go to court for go file a motion. But if it gets for do with Suma, it goes for explain to the people of the APC and to the people of this country. When I raise the motion and I make it clear that this executive lack morality, they not get ethics, they're not credible, and therefore they remain they pose a serious danger in the progress of APC and by extension of this country. Because come to look at it, when PPRC, when some of us will foresee these things coming, I get a long history in the APC, meaning I know the characters of the current people, most of them at top level they man the party. And because some of us interested in the progress of this country and we believe in democracy, that was why I raised an alarm after a long history of rising up within the APC, trying to forestall those things that weigh undemocratic by certain individuals, raising the alarm of the characters of certain individuals while enough for entrust them with leadership positions within the APC. I went further to the PPRC and will now all follow up in this country as that is the date today. After that directive, which was doctored and they worked by the same dangerous people in the APC, they work with the certain institutions and this government, they go give a directive and promise it also ruling. Up to now, they not bring the ruling. The chairman of the party, everybody the party concerned, the legal team, the secretary general, were there when they do that, when they give that directives. They no raise no concern. Only for later directives in the time it elapsed, then you get the chairman of a Potloko district, one of the biggest districts. And what happened in the APC, well, many people, they downplay the issues of character in leadership. This Suma, when I was chairman Potloko, so he was once convicted by not the SNPP government, but by we own government, the APC. He was even in prison. Some people within the party go further after when this man come from the prison, they go further and go make a chairman of local districts. Because these are people who believe, say, their own definition of politics. Now, people who lack face, people who lack character, now deception, they go place at it. How on earth, when the current acting chairman of the party, Ambassador Alaji Fodi Usman Yassane, right? Sidodi, there is no objection. They're not dealing with ruling. Who we go for? Why should we try to put things in order and according to the law? Now they go to court for what is a motion. It goes without saying that you want to be without na APC. I once raised a concern saying it is the leadership of the SNPP. His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio run the affairs of the APC. And that will happen at the detriment of not just APC, at the detriment of the country. As it is now, we are a nation who not run under rules. We not get order. A few people believing in power at all costs, believe say therefore abrogate all the laws. Because people like we executive, some members of the executive, not all, at the topmost level, within the secretariat and the leadership, the chairmanship, now then they cause a problem there. Then they collude
with we opponents them for kill democracy. And we
It's
see
a
recently
big and
wetin
strong
happen at
allegation,
Parliament.
Honorable. Honorable, this is a strong allegation that you raise so.
You see,
Justification there.
Samata will not stop for the bad things in this country.
No, one
This
can
country,
clear, Honorable, let the public understand.
no, okay, fine. Why should they can clear to the public? For far too long, over 65 years, we don't do Saudi because we allow a few people for cause destruction. We don't pay high price to say we are a democratic nations. The current president of this country, if they on record, we salute at this country. In fact, if there is anything we make our people vote for a back democratically, now because he been give up as a military leader, he give up for democracy. We don't go to civil war. They don't kill people. We don't say we're a democratic state. From that one day when President Bill do that one day, President Kabaka, we know the strides of President Kabati. We know the strides of President Chromatic. How he could be proud, he worried about the public, will not go talk truth to himself. The country they go the way they go. Look what APC do. When we had in the endos the rumors of what they happen to the parliament, when the government they try to go against constitutionality. Right? Now it don't become clear. We not even said through today how PPRC they go tell we a regulatory body will get the powers of a high court. When they see the fact, they said it clearly that they don't get that right. They no in this country will give PPRC the permission for extend the tenure of the executive of the APC. They said it clearly. But when the convenience, they come up beginning to quote other quotations, blah, blah, blah. They come up, they put and they give directive. Now the tenure don't done. When it was SNPP, we don't conduct the elections, internal elections. More than 1 year ago, they are well settled. Nothing will happen. Within the SNPP party, the PPRC, according to them, they went on television and told this country, say, they make it clear, say, SNPP, one day not go pass. Not too long ago, it was on the AYB or no, Lucian Momo, of no other person who signed that press release. Now, he argued them with that radio or TV, he make it clear, say, one day not the go part of the APC extension rule. Even when the extension was illegal. Now, for many can tell we see, because there is a case in court, they themselves are in court. Speaking as a member of parliament, they themselves are in court. The powers of a high court, they now go tell we say, let the executive continue until the court decides. Salman has all want to country. You don't think say diplomats are in this country? How many times some of us don't raise the alarm? They think that what they do, they make mockery of us as a nation. The days they don't know of tyranny. We are supposed to be democratic rule, the best leaders. Even if you're a ward member or what they call, rule according to the laws. Which law now this country where ask PPRC for further extent, if it is a court, if they are working in tandem to the laid down rules of this country, why the courts they go to the 1 day pass? If at all PPRC will tell the talk, now the procedure for follow. Why they not make sure say the court expedites that same day for determining a rule for set a legal position for posterity? Only for say now, nobody don't know when the court can permit. You call that politics? Is that way we make the country go forward? That is for my SFP compensate the abrogation where they go on a parliament, where they tap by the national constitution no longer a rule. This is the same government where His Excellency Dr. Chilos Madabio don't stop the death penalty, proclaiming and convincing us that he is doing that which is a laudable effort for kill bad politics, because in the past, politicians they don't manipulate this country, kill the company. People who meant for this country don't kill them. This is not an order of indirectly killing Sierra Leone, wherein we exist as a nation, no law, even the laws they will put, people and they want to make themselves powerful and they have turned them over to their own comfort. What is happening in the APC? That was why when the president began Parata audit, one of the questions I wanted to ask him is to reminisce him that President Kaba, we saw his rule to maintain that there is democracy, both parties. We saw the rule of President Kuruma for make sure the democracy prevail. When you call it president, our answer, what in the role now, what did they go on our APC? Because it is becoming
President. How President Biyogo, how you go ask that question? What thing that's for the APC issue?
If President Kabano do want democracy in this country, we see your members there, let your members are there, other people there, let my edit to read it. When they do one boycott for go to the SFP, said no, that will kill democracy in this country. When I stand on a party, because President Kabano wants money, people in Timapna like yeah, we don't remember. These are the great things we will remember President Kaba. He's one of the greatest leaders of our time. He said, no, let democracy prevail. He made sure that when there was a strike, a fight within the APC, he not interfere. He allowed the courts to come, that be able to produce a strong APC. When they come in, even when APC was
Honorable, APC fair to get to do with the external, interference of other political party or
government Salman, please, if you don't call me, let me say my view. What the boss you get for do me, let do me.
Go on, Honorable, go on.
No, let's become clear. We are a democratic state by all indication. Let us make sure that to become a president is no small bit. For now, we all the worship God will not see. I don't talk at time without normal in this country. What we have is the fountain of honor. The Grand Commander of the Rukhen, when His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio, he came to power through democracy. And therefore, he therefore make sure, see, the institutions, the way they order in purview, the mandate of this country for all put up and tap way, make sure, say, everybody go by now. How can President Bio sit a day as a nation, the president, when I know president, he see this thing when they go on PPRC and the APC executive, they carry on. Now, look at the state for the way APC do. One day when PPRC put that press release, what do? They go right, say, let people apply for
opposition
district chairman of the party. Yeah. What does that tell you? And this, unfortunately, our acting chairman is someone who is more than 8 years old. Show me, even in the SLPP, where President Bio the rule, what who say see that kind of study? President Bio is on record at the moment President Groma started it for bringing the younger people to the fore of public service governance. President Bio is on record as I speak for perfect time. President Bio will make sure say one of our younger brothers who came from MIT, he came with Dada in this country when the chief minister, because he believes in young people, he cleaned that Dada. He brought in.
So that one day your Dada gets for do with this one now.
Of our culture.
Not because a part of the culture.
Honorable, is it about age? Because like an age they talk now.
Why not? Why age not go there? What you go expect for your son? The Musa Batilu song that day. But we will not begin talk straight. Otherwise, we are not called support for me. Musa Batilu song that day. Energetic young man like Nawandi. With the way he speaks, the way he conducts himself. Now they go want a strong APC with fires. And then after we don't pass 8 years. With all the history and the APC, with all the things that we don't do, he's trying to using his social brother, deliberately provoking tribalism in the APC. Using his social brother who was convicted, they brought him and placed him high for can destroy the APC so that APC not will be well organized, not will organize with civility for able to stand up to the SLPP for checks and balance the government with civility because they are all our brothers and sisters. Is this the Shirado the ones? When did they SLPC? They're not able to buy fair for Luna say, oh, this is that money, no, you don't think say that they can't tell because that when we have sovereignty, we have people who they go by the laws, people who believe in hard work, they are the help of things. They will make sure say we country function. I can blame it on the president because of the past 2 presidents there. When SLPP had hard times, when President Bio be there as opposition leader, President Koma put his foot up for make sure say SLPP thrive democratically. They went and elected him in 2012, even when he had less than 40% of the vote. But that was their rule. But for the President Bio in this country, as the president, right, if you don't see that here, institutions, they lost the way they lay down, right? Then they abrogate it at will. The APC is being trampled upon for the democracy to prevail.
So what you intend for do? You know, be one person we don't tell this, but now you don't even the bash now at PPR and PPR. You don't listen to Eugene this morning. In don't say at this point they're not going to take any other decision until the court decide. And other people
they're not in the first place. They are supposed to work like a regulatory body. They are independent. Let them give us before they make it out. Let them send we the public whose communication when they get from the court, where they buy them, where give them embargo for saying they don't for go ahead. But let them not talk to me and say we don't understand. This is the land we all get. Now young man, I don't tell you for President you. There is no percent of our country not to young man there. I will always respect him for that. I will always adore him for that. But the next thing what you need to do, keep on putting foot on for make sure say all the institutions they work according to the laws. If we not work by the laws we will put now, what are the essence for law we did? It don't make sense to we as a country. The diplomatic missions the way they are never promote we. Let me be able to show you but who said the man also. How the court can get instructions? Because they don't go just call them, tell them a phone. A very important matter like this, they don't go just tell them a phone, say, we will not do this, so it cannot happen. Let them produce the communication with the court, tell them, say, we will stay action. Because a court PPRC is supposed to be also a court, a regulatory body. When some of us know, we know say that for regulatory, if I get the Stevens at political party level, that PPRC for look at that. Let him produce that. Let him come in order. Was it not to see a moment where we recently say, one day not they go part of APC the route, the time not why they not take the action now? Then we go to court, let the courts go to the action. It is becoming unfortunate. This is not the way to go. I was very much close to President Kuruma. I was very much exposed to power, but there is no point in my life where I attempt for do what is wrong, what is against the law in every part of my social life. Why are we Muslims and Christians, for goodness sake? Let the man not go tell you that they don't produce a document. What the court instructed them. There is no document. So what the PPRC is for? We didn't know the PPRC. This is the way they play the game. When President Kabaka with the PPRC, which is in our constitution, they put the PPRC in the 1991 constitution. By then, President Kabaka came after the military rule. He came and made sure say it becomes functional. It was for a purpose. Now the same PPRC they go subject themselves now to court, where then another court. Because that man go there, then people are allowed to make them know so we all understand. If they are working hard for their survival, they're not able to stand. It is unfortunate. This is a nation. Now we all get that. What is happening in the APC? The SNPP leadership, they know. It's not a medical thing. And the PPRC has disappointed us. I told the nation the other time, when I went there, I was so pleased about the way the young man who did on PPRC conducted the whole affairs. The executive secretary went on TV and informed this nation about the right and then believe say what I do, he writes. Therefore, they go look into that, they not go sit down, let APC trample on democracy because this is a democratic state. PPRC exists for make sure they help we as a nation, for let political parties play by the rules. The court exists for help we as a nation, for let justice prevail. Is that happening? How can Suma, who is the chairman of the party with all what he is supposed to do, when they pass that rule, Suma not take action. Bayasane was sitting down there. The legal team, now the APC, the sentinel, everybody was happy. Why did that go allowed? Because they're not getting nothing again what they believe say they for do, they for snitch on people, they for disturb, they are bragging all over the place, they have the support of the government, all these things, now they go trample. APC for discourage APC. Open hand, people they go secede, then for make that easy. That is to say people like us who grab to secede, who form other party, so SFPP will get justification, whether it's provocation or political parties from the side of the APC, they break away for tell the international community say, we not there together, we are not united. That is as simple as what they do.
Okay, thank you so much,
So the
Honorable.
government is frustrating the APC.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Honorable Almami Kamara, when I be one of the people we done there's a lot of people. Eugene, don't listen to Honorable very by statement very disappointed, and he thinks say the states they also interfere into our operation for destabilize the APC.
Well, Salma, like I mean say earlier, these are some of the things that you face as a legislator. Whenever you take a decision not in favor of certain individuals, then that's some of the results in which you will see. And the same honorable, we don't take decision on our commission the way they commend the commission. But again, when it comes to things then they're against them, you see they talk with so much anger and temper. And they say a lot of things, I don't know if probably not the manner in which they talk, maybe miss out or because I know say he's properly informed. I know say he's properly informed, but I think during the temper, like it's so possible. I mean, you see me talk with to him, but cutting anyway, we will miss out.
What do you miss out?
So fine. So it make one say PPRC been say one day no go on top, and why PPRC for go listen to court to the court. I believe say the honorable know say when matter in a court, they say anything in relation to that matter. I believe say the honorable know that one day. So I kind of shocked when they say PPRC not for listen to court, PPRC for don't go ahead and that. But again, I can understand the angle where they come up from. I make when I did talk earlier, I say in most cases sometimes make we just put the party interest first and forget about your own selfish or personal interest. They talk about say PPRC get the directive being doctored. that was it. I mean, really funny. Say PPRC they work with the executive of the People's Congress and also the government, for put out a doctor directives. That's totally false. That's totally false. And a senior man like that one, the honorable, some statements and sometimes they look or they think before they say certain things. So PPRC get the doctor directive. I mean, I'll give exception to that. He say no law, no power. The honorable he talk about ruling. Salma, you don't give a directive where ruling not the inside. It's not possible. It's not possible make you give a directive, you not give them a ruling. So this again comes as a surprise to me when I get this from the honorable member. And he say Lucy and say no, they know they going to, like I said earlier, when matter in a court, they put more things inside. You left them with the court for making a decide. So
additional point, so say judge just based on what they say.
Yes.
He say una get power of the court now. So now that they put emphasis.
So it don't mean say you get the power of the High Court of the seat. Like the High Court means say the matter going to court, you go decide for what the High Court will do, or what will be the decision of the court. You wait, and he clearly stated in the press release, we know give any further extension to the All People's Congress, to the executive of the All People's Congress, which we state now that say, since the matter the court, we not go take any decision now or decide waiting for being in the year of the second directive until we wait, waiting for the decision of the court. So, honorable, I can understand the level right now you do. I mean, the temper, but sometimes people just go back like the drawing board and you think some more. Then thing how they say. I think so now that's a get for doing relation to the PPRC because it's that
how PPRC get for pulling in all of this, because apart from honorable other people, there are allegations we make against the commission about if you're like someone are bent on for either destabilize the APC or make the APC more like participate in the next election.
So not to trouble when you say PPRC they pull the aid. Whatever thing they do now for a day inside the law, nothing we get for the inside, that's we inside the law. And all we do they do now information say we unify political parties. So when you talk about say PPRC, the divide or type of them, the type of being division within the All People's Congress, I mean that's not true. That's not true. So you don't Salma, you don't do this country, you don't check the track record of the PPRC, and you don't see most of the decisions that they put out how fair it can be in their judgment and but not to everything will be a win-win situation, just like when Honorable Siraju said earlier. Some cases and they just put your party first, and look at it where they unify the party. So you're talking about say PPRC, they work with the APC executive or they work with government for ensuring they bring problem at the People's Congress. I mean that comes as
okay, I come back to you.
Yeah, well, so just briefly, I just want to focus something. Honorable Mami na doing the talk. Even when the normal conversation get that kind pitch voice, so an officer spoke with anger. And I just want to correct that. And two,
but the voice, the way it sound,
and actually,
not talking about. You don't go to a conference room to me. We don't get engagement with sound. We don't meet with. I don't go to a conference room.
Maybe
not to that way they do.
Maybe grant an interview, so you need to be more.
So okay.
I'll take yeah, but that's just a passing. But the other thing where he raised, when he said don't raise with Eugene, that myself not still the ruling. And you say no, not the give directive and not give ruling. That is true. Now for the purpose, for the good of people out there. And also now we don't know, maybe skip me or skip a man as well. So it's me for appeal this moment that since it's coming up, they are now publish that rule in the backlog we say and so that we let this matter to rest. Because I think I don't accuse you to them today make and man make and treat them rice and magic. So today here they are just want for big that let's have it so that let us stop this.
Who's holding this?
On the 6 month extension, there was a directive but we not see ruling. And but instead of that we say you cannot give a directive without ruling, but we not see the ruling. Just a corner by man.
The ruling.
So now I say make them make them public. But you are the big.
Honorable, you can't be PRC will give you a ruling and directive will give.
No, but they need for go there or it should be.
No, but we make them clear. We make them public. We make them clear to the party.
Now I say maybe it's.
We make them clear to the party. So this, so we give a directive. It's not possible to make the directive. No, the ruling. Okay. Yeah. So what you arrive at the directive?
Okay.
I move for arrive at the directive.
We'll take some of the messages. Then this one say. For maintain peace and tranquility, say institutions like PPRC, ECSL, statistics, therefore remain independent. Say the head of the institutions, yeah. So really moving forward, the sitting government, not for their appointment.
Moiva Jodembi again on Facebook says Salma and Simbi, a very good program this morning. Is they wanna keep it up on a plenty.
This other one say why PPRC not an independent institution, but they want join alliance with either the ruling government for make sure say other political parties them they not operate.
But Salome Okoma on Facebook, they say young people from both cities say go really need this kind of empowerment training on a just for free time. He say because we self get all it takes for host them.
This one they come off from Macho Blessed text. I say PPRC say not to all intending political parties they want for the key approval. Say because most of them not get the standard enough and criteria for operate as the political party.
That's an Musa Jabati on Facebook. He say God reaches blessing to the staff of SLBC in Mama Salon. He say wanna thank you for the good work.
Yes, other one say this country say we blind to politics too much. He say even when they continue political party in the name, they say they will still vote for them to political party where they give so much headache. Say so we're not really for change. Then to political party will occupy the space APC and SLB they come from Tijani and Kaikai.
Amid Kamara say PPRC please wanna be mindful of some of the political party operation them na salon. Say because a lot of previous registered political parties say they don't really take any active role in governance issues.
This one they come up from PC Bayi, Nasama Lenku John. This is the Salma and Simbi. I really enjoy the program. You see, on thank you this morning.
Tijan Kaikai again say how many honorable we they help for provide social amenities in our district like waiting honorable they say they not they do much for serve humanity.
This one they come from Mashek. He says Salma, why PPRC they tell us there are 20 political parties and they say 20 boko for this small country as well.
And this one they say again they say because now the mandate that for register, regulate and supervise political parties. They say the 1991 constitution not establish the limit on number of political parties where for exist now the country. It says so now the mandate of the PPRC for promote political pluralism.
Yes, Eugene, before they left, we don't hear some of the messages then.
Yes, plenty thank you to the one and send the message. Again, and also when they talk about, I think the first thing they talk about independence and the PPRC
institutions.
Yes, the
So
PPRC
get a role for maintain peace.
Yes, the PPRC in an independent institution, like I say, we track record the show. So even though yes, by default, like president, they appoint the chairman, but again, that don't necessarily mean say you listen to the directives of government. You work, like I say, they speak. When an independent institution, we don't operate in that light. This other one say the other one they talk about the political parties. I think the last message when you read, it responds to all the other textiles. We talk about number of political parties which will exist and that in plenty. Well, like I say, like as the textile say, the two statutory instruments we give a mandate. When are the Constitution of Act number 6 from 1991 and PPRC Act number 25 of 2022. Again, the number of political parties which will exist in the country. In fact, section 12(2) they talk about we for promote political pluralism in the sense of constitutionalism. So how we will promote political pluralism they talk about to say allow other actors them on board, allow other people on board. So if you get a responsibility, they show the political space, definitely they speak against that. One of the key mandates.
Okay, thank you so much. And Luigi will take off with Abdul to come back and wonderful to guest.
Yeah, good morning. Plenty thank you for getting me. The Stallone U16 basketball team don't depart for Senegal to go compete in the FIBA Zone 2 Championship. This is one competition where they give youngsters the opportunity for let them compete among the peers them. And this will position Stallone for compete for a better moment in so far as the FIBA category competition is concerned. Also, the Wafu Zone here, we don't see about points the technical team we got for head the U20 coach Mohamed Lamin Kamawe saying also that the assistant coach too of the senior national men's team, the youngsters are operating as head coach of the U20 national team. And Pa Alice say that the media officer where they appoint for the Wafu U20 team. Easterners also they in camping as they prepare for the CAF Confederation Cup, now one competition. We will give them the opportunity for compete the continental competition. So also Star Sports Academy so far a defeat also now the West Africa champions of Guinea after that disappointing one day. It means say they not able to make it to the group stage because they lost 2 games and they win 1. A tough competition for them. Like Guinea, they inside that particular one day. Inside the development, we see outside the Oman Premier League teams and they get ready and demand them. For the man them, the newly promoted side when Western United, one of the promoted teams, don't also get themselves ready. Yesterday, they began at the SLFA Technical Center. Outside, they prepare for get themselves ready for the league. And according to the big man we talk for them, they say out of state they're ready for ensure state they take on the all names them at the Salon Premier League. Inside women football as well, we'll see Osai Kumba Brahma and Anna Joanna. They do big things in Latvia in terms of women football. The local league then said they get themselves ready for the competitions ahead. Now the Pirate Girl yesterday we saw say Kostoton and Kim Tom they play to a goalless draw, and for Kostoton they need for win the last game that competition day so that they go face to the next stage. This one I get some sports.
Thank you so much. And yes, some of the message that we can, somebody they ask some book, how young people can benefit from this.
Well, young people, we get the online application portal where you go and register and pay. If you're not opportune for pay, you can opportune for pay the other year. And the advice way I go want to say to everybody, the young people, is if we not take responsibilities of things and actions, we're not going to push and go forward. If I day out today at the top of IYDC, it's not about because I want for can sit on and talk, or because I take responsibility and I make sacrifices. Me attending IYDC in 2021 and in 2022, not the money I didn't get, but because I lobby, I reach out to people for assistance, and I able to get help, and I attend IYDC.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll take number for you.
And see what they have been right around the dunia the police. Who call the political parties and like political party inside Lion Mountain, namely PPSL, CPA, GC, PDMC, ABC, B4C, T40, ZPL, and other one them policy political party inside Lion Mountain policy on working together for upon the collateral one word we Lion Mountain people and they enjoy you as waiting they happy on the other side and right around the dunia and now on working together and plan for waiting something go happy enough for happy inside Lion Mountain. Political party inside Lion Mountain. Policy gonna see wetin dey happen country against country na the middle. Is this country tie up against the other one? This one join hand with that one day against him company, this and this, and then they prepare for that one day all again go. Political party them inside Lion Mountain policy we are all man for pixels for wetin dey happen at the 10-year plus what will be happen inside Lion Mountain plus wetin dey happen so na the middle east, the north and other side there right around the dunia Lion Mountain is sweet don't have to begin plan for some time political party then get them put they put together anything again. Police free poverty past sight gentry.
Well, that's what the program will left for today. We sense what today say. Past cab enter support now you know so na to tap of what's in the world in a sanat.
And me na Mohammed Kouma. Bye bye.